Listen to me now. Do not become compliant, complacent, and comfortable. Here today, gone tomorrow. Don't become codependent and addicted to their presence in any way. Everything, everybody is replaceable. We live our lives, if we're smart, vicarious pretense. Nothing's permanent, we know that. We never become addicted to the presence. We always have go to hell contingency plans. We prepare for the worst case scenario, and believe me, that worst case scenario will ensue. Nothing, I repeat again, nothing is permanent. He's got to be ready for the change. And he's got to be ready for the worst possible change, the worst possible scenario with that change. Nothing is forever. So he's always looking around for alternatives, for substitutes. No matter what's said, he never becomes addicted to the presence. Don't need me. Don't need that woman. Don't need that man. Get on your own self-supports and self-sufficiency as quickly as possible. That's the very important thing. Hopefully, you're in good physical shape to do it. Hopefully. But if you're not, then it's a rough scene. If you have crippling injuries and so on and so forth, then it becomes a rough scene. But you need the framework to work. You need that powerful framework to work from. You need the powerful, carved in stone, hard bark to get the job done. You're always in a fight to eliminate your supporter and become your own self-supports as quickly as possible. Because your supporter is an illusion. He only stays as long as it's profitable for him or her to stay, as long as there's a reason. Once that reason's gone, you're gone. And in no nice way, you're out of there, my friend. You're gone. You have to realize that. And so how much are you worth? And so what are you worth? And so who are you? These are the questions. Who are you in a situation? In the sociology of the absurd. With all the elements of that absurd. I'm talking about the game playing. I'm talking about the phony roles. I'm talking about the hierarchies, the power hierarchies. I'm talking about the Murphy man. I'm talking about the con. And life is nothing but one major con. Nothing but one major con. It's all a sales negotiation, one-upsmanship, winner take all. Period. There's no way to get around it. Hominis lupus hominis, man the wolf to man. Reality is a tough, hard motherfucker, any way you cut it. Man is neither good nor bad. He is good and bad on a continuum. Anyone that tells you differently is living a bunch of bullshit. We're not here to talk Pollyanna. I'm not here to talk in Never Never Land. Alice in Wonderland ends when you go out your door. It's showtime out there. It's a Barnum and Bailey circus. There's no break for a sucker. Only the strong survive. And when I say strong, I mean physically in tremendous shape and then some. And particularly if you're a short, small, hideous-looking man like me. I'm short, I'm small, I'm ugly, I'm old. I got a fat belly and a big fat face. Gross large features, that's it. I lead with that. Everything's visual. If you can't pass visual, you're in a world of hurt. Unless you know how to power your way out of it. There's no excuse. Nothing should be an excuse for doing this. And little short man like me, you're going to have to do it on your own because, very simply put, there's no one's going to give you a tumble, short little man. You're a pariah. You're a social miscreant. You're ridiculous and funny to look at. And the only way you'll survive is as a sidekick, as a solicitor, a beggar for the king's crumbs. But you better grab those crumbs, little short man, because that's as good as it gets. There ain't no more. That's all you get. Unless you hear the clarion call. And your siren song is, short little man like me, short, fat, bald-headed little man, get yourself in the shape of your life. Get tremendously physically fit and then some. And I don't mean train for it, but train realistically, man. If you're a short, little, dumpy man with bad proportions, you train for brute power. You train for strength. You train for street fighting skills, assertiveness skills, presence. And it's all predicated on strength. Physical, brute strength. Pushing, pulling, balance, coordination, punching power, grabbing power is what I'm talking about. And the presentation, they should say, short man, the best thing they could say about us is, everything about that short man says power. That's the compliment we're looking for. That's the ultimate victory. And that's the ultimate fuck you to all those assholes out there who mock, ridicule, and think and act in a condescending way to us and think they're better. And think they're better, directly or indirectly. But remember this in all of this, no means no. No means no. You have others, you have substitutes, you have alternatives. No means no. Don't push past that. If you get a very definitive no, there's no question about it, don't push past that. Don't push past that. Move on. The worst thing you'll do is to beg and try to rework it so you can turn that no into a yes. The problem is, when a woman says no to us, she means no. And she means it definitively for all time. It's not revocable. That's a tough truth, short man like me. But you've got to see that truth. You've got to understand it. And you've got to fight your way to overcome it. That's my word for today.